Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Football Manager 2023 as we continue our Road to Glory run with Banbury United F.C. It turns out we are a pretty good team, but not without a few weaknesses. I have brought on a new player to hopefully shore up one of those weaknesses, as well as a tiny tactical change. Let's get into the episode. All right, here we are in game. As you can see, lots of green dots on there, but a couple very distinct red little circles there, unfortunately. So yeah, let's start back up. Last game you guys saw was Exeter, so we didn't win up against FC Halifax. I did not mean to click on you. We beat them 4-1 with a goal from Salisbury, a goal from Holding, a goal from Ackroyd, and a goal from, is that Cooper over there? Who is it? I lost it. Yeah, Cooper. So 4 goals all around. Pretty good play from the team in that one. We then went up against Boreham Wood, got scored against them or beat them 3-1 with a goal from Ritchie, a goal from Pollock, and a goal from Harkin in this game. So good stuff from them. We then went up against Barnet. And Barnet, unfortunately, one of the things that went up against us in this game was that we did get a red card as well as an injury to Salisbury. He was out for a couple weeks, which kind of probably explains this one down here as well. Actually, did Salisbury get injured in this one? Nope, Salisbury got injured in the Boreham Wood. Okay, so we did not have Salisbury for either Barnet or Kidderminster, which I think is a huge negative for us. I mean, we need to be able to rely on our backups that aren't Salisbury, to be fair, but losing him for 2 games in a row definitely hurt us because we would have played him in at least one of these, just kind of alternate through and potentially gotten a win there. But we did get a red card in this one from Hayes Green. We did get a couple goals, and we got Harkin and Pollock. In fact, we were up 2-1 at one point, and then they just scored 3 goals, especially a very late 90-second goal there. I mean, to be fair, they did go up 3-2 before we had the red card, but getting the red card made it almost impossible for us to come back and tie this one up. So very unfortunate to see, but it is what it is. I guess it's one of those things. We ended up against Kidderminster, had 2 red cards in this one. Holding picking up a red card, Ackroyd picking up a red card. So it's 2 defensive midfielders picking up red cards in this game. And obviously, once you get red cards set off, especially the first one in the 20th minute, it is nearly impossible to do anything after that. So it's kind of how that went. Kidderminster was like one of the last ranked teams in the entire league. I think they're very likely to get relegated this season. Actually, maybe not. Yeah, they're down there in 20th. So yeah, there's a good chance they could stay in the relegation zone, relegation kind of battles. And it's very sad to see us getting beat by them. Made a small tactical adjustment, and then, like I said, I brought another player, new player on. We'll take a look at him, as well as we got Salisbury back, and we ended up beating Yeovil 5-2. Honestly, the 2 goals they got were kind of gimme goals. They should not have had them anyway. We did pick up a pair of goals from Ritchie, a pair of goals from Pollock, and a goal from Shea Cooper in this one. So, like I said, let's go take a look at our new transfer that we brought in. We brought in this guy, Harry Jones, on a free. He's able to play on the right-hand side, he can play in the middle, and he can play on the left-hand side. So the fact that he can play all 3 of those makes him a great player to either bring in as a starter, which he probably will be, or even if we bring him in as a sub, he can move around and give us a lot more flexibility. I guess if he plays as a starter, and we need to move him across to bring that different sub in, that helps as well. So I love the fact that he can play all 3 across the back. And his first game in, 7.7 rating. Not bad. We'll see if he can do better, keep that up into these next games, but it was a good thing to see from him in that first outing. Other than that, the only other thing that we did do, like I said, was make a small tactical adjustment. Our defensive midfielders were by far our weakness. In fact, if we go look at the squad and we go sort by best position, probably, if we go look at some of our defensive midfielders, Ethan West on a 6.43 average rating. Who's some of our others? Nolan has been playing as defensive midfielder, 6.67. Ackroyd, a defensive midfielder. He's on a 6.9 to be fair, but his last he's actually been doing better than I thought. But he got out with the red card, obviously. There was a couple others. Where's the other ones? I'm not seeing them. Maybe because of how I have it set up here. Riley's played there, 6.6. Hayes Green obviously has played there, and when he played there, he played poorly. I wasn't very happy with the way he played. I think Jones has moved up. No, not Jones, sorry. There's somebody else, and I'm so brain is just not seeing him right here with this formation. Maybe we go look at the squad planner. Let's go look at... How do I change it? Okay. I don't want to see all of these. I'm not sure. Oh, it's right there. Okay. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. Gavin Jones, I think, is one of the ones. No, I'm sorry. Gavin Jones is not here. Why are people keep showing up? It's another guy with a J name, and I'm not seeing him for some reason. I don't like this new form, this new thing. If I haven't said that before, I'm not a super big happy with this. Aykroyd's played poorly. Nolan's played poorly. And Riley hasn't played super well. I mean, honestly, they just weren't, none of these guys have played especially well. Or at least in some of the games that they played, they were on like 6.4, 6.5s. And I wasn't very happy with that. So anyway, all that being said, we did push them up to midfield proper as opposed to defensive midfielders. Primarily because we have several other players that can play midfield. We got Kai Jones can get there. Obviously, Jeffries can still play there. We got Cooper that can play in the midfield. I think Charles can even play back there. Maybe not Charles. It was somebody else that can play back there in the midfield. So we have a lot more options in the midfield, as well as the guys that we already had playing defensive midfielder like Aykroyd and where's the other guy? Riley. Obviously, Riley has played back there in the midfield. They can also move up there. If we need to, we can always bring somebody on as a defensive midfielder and still just shift them back if that's just their best position. They just can't play midfield at all. So we still have a little bit of options, but I think this is going to be a decent change for us without changing too much else. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into this game. Here's the team we're bringing for our game against Colchester. Colchester's currently 5th in the league. Yeah, 5th in the league. And here we are, as you can see, in the league. Actually, they have a game in hand, so they could actually technically be higher than us. We've got 9-point goal differential. That's not bad. I definitely think we should be up here. We probably are the best team in the league overall. If we go look at the XG, I bet we are very near the top for that. We are the top. So XG, we're the top. If we go look at current media prediction, actually has us 15th still, which is insane. That's moved up from the 17th spot, so they've given us a little bit more credit, which I guess is fair. Last 5 games, we're pretty far down because of those 2 losses. One other thing I will show you guys real quick is if we go look at the team detailed, and we go look at the salary, we are 3rd from the bottom. We actually were 2nd from the bottom, but I guess Ebbs Fleet must have gotten rid of somebody or something weird. Or no, because we brought in the new guy. That's what it was. That new Jones guy. That put us up a little bit higher. But I mean, we are so far below a lot of these teams. So the fact that we're where we're at is pretty impressive. Hopefully we can just make some moves and get to a good spot. Jones is not going to be playing today. He's going to come off the bench, though, if we can. He's just a little bit tired from that last game. Last game was only a couple days away, or a couple days ago, I should say. So I'm not super confident in the team we've got today. I think they're still very capable of winning. Definitely missing a few very key players, though, unfortunately. So here's the team. We got Blair and Go, of course. Harrington coming on the left-hand side. Our wingbacks not playing well over the last 5, as you can, or even average rating. I mean, they're just not doing what they need to do. That's why this pickup of Jones, if he can keep something like that up or even close to that, that would be amazingly good. Another player, obviously, who's played mostly okay. Where is he? Oh, Jeffries is playing the midfield today. So if we can keep Jeffries going, normally I'd prefer to play him over here, but just because of some fatigue and stuff like that, we're playing him as a midfielder. And then he plays pretty decently over on that side. Holding and McAvoy in the central defender roles. Those 2 guys are at least playing pretty good. So at least our central defense is doing all right. Midfielders, we've got Jeffries and Kai Jones. Kai Jones we technically brought in as attacking midfielder on the right, but I'm glad he can play here. And he's on he actually played pretty well in that last game. I think he played, what was his rating? Yep, 7.1, right? What's the difference here? What are the 2 ratings? Oh, no, I'm sorry. This kid, that's just, he wasn't playing here. I was like, why are we seeing a gap here? I'm confused. Yeah, so against Yeovil, he played a 7.1. So I apologize for being confused, guys. I'm a little out of it today. I haven't been feeling super great, so bear with me if I'm stumbling my way through this a little bit. We got Rowe, Charles, Harkin across the attacking midfield, and Pollock in front. So feel pretty confident about at least Pollock, Harkin, and even Charles. I like Charles. He's done a really good job for us. Rowe, I'm not super confident about him in this role, but we just need somebody in that spot. And if we have to, we can bring somebody on from the bench. But we got a couple guys that are pretty tired and need some rest right now. So let's see what we can get going here. If we can get a win here, then with this backup team, then that's really going to speak a lot for our chances this year. Colchester's on a really good run of form. Only 2 draws and 3 wins in the last several games. We've got similar 3 wins, but we've got those 2 losses in there instead. So Colchester looking a little bit better coming into this game than we are. It is also away from home, in their stadium, so that's going to give us a little bit of a negative there, unfortunately. There's Harrington, tries to get it down to Jones. Jones already got an injury. We're going to have to see how that is. He looks like he's still fit, so we'll keep him out there for now. Very unfortunate to see him getting an injury this early in the game. And here comes Colchester on the attack. This is looking pretty good for them. Oh, we got lucky there. We got lucky there. He would have scored that one had that been a little bit more on target. Our goalkeeper was not able to get to that spot. They are looking pretty dominant over us at the moment, unfortunately. And we're just getting lucky with the targeting of the shots. Yeah, our team is looking pretty poor right now. Like, they're just walking all over us. This is a formation thing? What formation is Colchester using right now? Truth be told, we have seen this diamond formation a couple times, and they have... I feel like we have struggled a little bit against the diamond formation. I don't know that there's much we can do to change anything, but... yeah. Here's a corner kick coming in from Harkin. And scoring from set pieces would be a huge lift for us. Doesn't look like that's going to happen here. Harkin picking up this ball. He's got a chance to get it back into the middle somewhere, or is he just going to play around with it? There he is. Back to McAvoy. Gets it up to Johnson. Johnson over to Jones. Up to Harkin. Harkin's got a chance. There we go. There we go. It's not even a set piece. That was after the set piece. That was definitely us getting back into our formation and making something happen. Already picking up a couple yellow cards in this game, which is a little scary. We're going to have to get Jones out of here pretty soon. We might even sub him out at halftime. I'd like to see if we can get something going here, though. Come on, guys. It's McAvoy. Back to Blair. Blair's going to kick it deep, I'm assuming. Nope, he's just going to get back up to McAvoy. McAvoy tries to kick it a little deep. Harrington is in the area, not able to get that one, though. Not really feeling happy about how that pass went down. And just keep, I mean, they're eventually going to score one of those. We keep letting them wide open like that. They're not going to be unlucky the entire time, so they're eventually going to score one of those. Unsurprising there, honestly. That was very, very poor play from our defense. Really not happy with how we're playing right now. I was going to get Jones out. We'll give him another couple minutes here. We do need to get him out of here at the first sub, though. Johnson over to Jones. Jones just giving that one up. Okay, never mind. Jones is just going to give something like that up. We need to get him out of here. So we're actually going to go ahead and schedule the tactical change now. We'll bring Vickers into that spot. It's good to have a guy like Vickers who we brought in technically as a striker, but he can play in that midfield. Again, another reason why we went midfield, because we have so many guys who are capable of playing that spot pretty well, while also being flexible enough to play other spots if we don't need him in that midfield spot. There's Charles with the ball. Gets tripped up big time. No call there. And here's Arnold going to score here. Easy score for Arnold. They're going to call it offsides. Okay, that would explain why he was so wide open. Fair enough. Blair with the goal kick. Deep kick up. Rowe's in the area. Not able to get on that one. Jeffries, though, heads it down to Rowe. Rowe going to make a move to this left-hand side. He's just not playing well, though. That was a really dumb move, in my opinion. If you can't handle it, then don't be running with it. Harrington deep in this corner. Over to Holding. Holding back out of Harrington. Harrington's probably going to try and kick it forward pretty far. Nope, Holding kicks it up. There's... who was that? Vickers now has the ball. Over to Harkin. I think that was Pollock that originally had it. Harkin's in a good spot to get it to somebody, but he's got two guys on him. There's Rowe now with the ball. Over to Harrington. Harrington could just score right here. First goal of the season for Harrington. That's what we need to see. We need a lot more of that from him. I thought he was going to be a much better player than he has turned out to be. Could just be our system. Things like that. You never know. Could be familiarity with the team. But if you can do stuff like that, then he might have a place to stay around for a while. I don't need him to score every game. If he scores once out of every 10 games, which would put, what, 3-4 goals over the course of the season, I'd probably be pretty excited about that. We already did our sub for the 50-minute mark, so we're actually going to hold on for just a few more minutes here. We're not playing especially well right now. I mean, we've got the couple shots that we have had. We've scored 2 of our 3 shots that were on target. So that's good, but overall, I'm not super happy with how we've played. Pollock is just playing atrociously today. Don't think we have anybody who can come in on this right-hand side, do we? We got Jones, I'm sorry. I guess we'll get to see Jones. We're going to bring Jones in here for Spencer Johnson there. He's a little bit tired, but I think I still want to give him another chance to see what he's got. And then the last change might be Pollock. We may bring Collins in for Pollock or something like that if Pollock does not get something together here in a bit. Okay, 70-minute mark. Pollock still looking pretty atrociously bad. We're going to go ahead and get him out. We'll bring Collins into that spot. Do we want to move anybody else up to that spot instead? Honestly, we do. We're going to bring Collins on, and we're going to bring Harkin into that spot. Harkin on a yellow card is not great. Typically, strikers don't tend to get a lot of cards called against them, so moving him up might give him a less likely chance of getting a second one. I'm bringing fresh Collins in over here on the right-hand side. Should be fine. Harrington with the throw-in. Gets it into Charles. Charles back to Harrington. Over to Jeffries. Jeffries back to Harrington. Rose in the area. He's got a couple guys in the middle. Oh, Harkin, if you'd scored that. Oh, that would have been so amazing. Moving you to that striker role and then you picking up a goal right away. That would have been awesome. Would have made me feel like a genius. Thanks for not making me feel like a genius. All right, there's Jeffries picking that deflection off. Vickers back to Holding. Holding deep up. Charles is in the area. He's able to get it on to Harkin. Ah, so close to getting a couple goals from Harkin. We gave him another chance. I think he gets it. I mean, he's in the area. He's just not quite getting free enough to get a good shot here. Somehow we're able to hold on. I mean, did we deserve that one? I mean, XG says we did. We did have a couple guys in the 7-point pluses, you know, that played pretty well. We also had a couple guys that played really poorly. So hard to say. I mean, okay, to be fair, Colchester's 5th in the league. Let me play the devil's advocate here. Not be too hard on my guys. Colchester's 5th in the league. So we knew they were going to come hard, especially in their stadium, which they did. Making a couple changes there at the end. I think bringing actually, I don't see Jones didn't really get that much high of a score. Actually, no, Jones, Vickers, 6.8. That's not that terrible. Collins didn't really have much time to get good established. Really, honestly, I don't know. Did we deserve that one? Hard to say. Rowe played better in that front left spot than I expected. That goal from Harrington turned out to be a huge difference maker for us. Our possession was only 33%. That was terrible. We've been in the 60s, you know, several times this season. Passes completed was obviously pretty bad. We've been in the 80s in that one as well. So hard to say if we deserve that one. We just went up a good formation. I mean, this diamond formation, I guess maybe that's our Achilles heel. I don't know. We'll have to see if we play another one if we struggle against them as well. And if we do, we might have to come up with a different formation we can play to counter them and see what that looks like. But overall, I can't fault the guys. They made it happen, and that's what good teams do. Good teams are the teams that can face adversity like that, face a tough game like that, and still come out with a win. And it's not like we FM'd them. I mean, we did, like I said, we had the higher XG overall, so it does look like we ultimately did deserve that. Kai Jones with a small injury, that's not too bad. We can deal with that. We are currently in first. Colchester still has the game in hand, but they would not beat us. So we are first properly. We'll be right back for Notts County in just a moment. All right, we're back for a game against Notts County, who are currently 3rd in the league, playing pretty well overall. This is a home game for us, so I would say overall would still give us the slight edge. Slightly different lineup today. A couple guys playing in, you know, some spots maybe they don't normally play, but we'll see what they can do. I say a couple, specifically Richie. I mean, we haven't played him as a striker since we brought him in, but I think he will do okay. So here's the team. We got Blair in goal. Harrington coming back on the left-hand side. If we can get another good performance from him like at that last game. I don't need him to score again necessarily, although if he does, please, that would be amazing. But if he could just give us another good performance, I'd be happy with that. Jones on the right-hand side, see if we can get more good stuff from him. Hayes Green Holding in the middle. Rowe Cooper pulled down our midfield today with Goddard on the left wing, Collins on the right wing, Salisbury back into shadow striker row, and Richie's going to come in as our striker today and see how he does. So let's go. I'd like to get those losses off of our last 5, please. Hayes Green with the ball here. Gets it over to Jones. Back to Holding. Jones over to Cooper. Cooper back to Jones. Up to Collins. Collins kind of goes back in our defensive side here. Rowe now with the ball. Tries to make a move. Holding with the ball. Really just being very patient here, which I guess is okay. Now Jones is starting to make a move up towards the attacking side. All the way back to Holding. Back up to... It's good to be patient until you're not, and then you make a mistake. Come on, guys. If you're going to be that patient, let's follow through and not do stupid stuff. Rowe with a good takeaway there. We don't keep control, though. Oh, my goodness. It's bouncing around like crazy. Thankfully, Blair was able to keep his eyes on it. And obviously, Notts County looking pretty good here. We are not. I'm not sure why. What are they? Are they playing the diamond? I wasn't even paying attention. If they're playing a diamond, then we're going to have to find something that's going to be able to let us counter that. There's Harrington with the ball. Tries to get up somewhere, but nobody's there in the area. And here they come on and a goal score. Oh, no, Blair was able to cover that up. Big, kind of a heavy touch from their player. Allowed Blair to cover it before he was able to get the shot off. Hayes Green now with the ball. Highlights still continuing. Harrington up to Goddard. Back to Harrington. Harrington gets back up to Goddard. Goddard's got some space here. He's got a couple guys in the middle. Is he going to be able to get it across to them? He does. Richie should have scored there. What is going on, Richie? Come on, buddy. I think Pollock scores that one. I'm pretty disappointed in you, buddy. I mean, you played very well on that right wing. We give you a striker chance, and you goof it. Let's say right wing. He played on the left wing. There's Salisbury, though, getting us in here now. Only his second goal. I expected more goals from Salisbury by now. Obviously, the injury for a couple weeks slowed him down a bit. But he's not scored quite as much from that shadow striker spot as I thought he was going to. He's played very well from the shadow striker spot. Just has not been scoring like I expected. Cooper over to Rowe. Rowe to Jones. Not able to get on it. Cooper's going to be able to pick this one back up, though. Going to get it back up to Jones. Jones going to have another chance. Gets it across. There's Goddard. Oh, buddy. Got to get that one. Good play by their goalkeeper. Keeping positioning on that one. Came alive a little bit. Second half of that. You know, first half. I guess second quarter, if you will. Definitely expected to see better play in the second half. I think we are capable of better than that. Even though we did look pretty good there for a couple highlights. There's Salisbury with a good takeaway. All the way back to Blair, our goalkeeper. Up to Hayes Green. Hayes Green over to Harrington. Harrington's going to try to push it up to Goddard. Back over to Rowe. Over to Cooper. Cooper gets it over on this right-hand side to Collins. Collins gets it up to Richie. Richie's got another chance. You don't score this one. Oh, my buddy. Oh. Don't get me wrong. Their goalkeeper's doing well, but you've got to get those. You've got to put an exclamation point on those types of shots. You break free that well. I mean, there's not much excuse in not scoring those. We got to get Richie out of there, I think. I do want to get yellow cards out. Actually, we are going to get yellow card out. We're going to bring Richie back over to this left-hand side. Obviously, he plays better over there. And we're going to go ahead and bring Vickers in here, I think, as our striker. Or... No, we got to put the exclamation point on here. We're going to bring Pollock in. If we get another thing like we've been giving Richie twice, or 3 times now probably, I think Pollock scores one of those. So let's see if we can get another one of those set up for Richie, or for Pollock. Rowe with the ball, gets it up to Salisbury. Salisbury back to Cooper. Cooper over to Rowe. Rowe's going to get it to Richie. Richie's going to try to get it to Pollock. Terrible pass by Richie. Richie's just off his game today. Not sure what to say about that. Holding, tries to head it to one of our guys. Not able to get it to him. Here comes the Notts County players. They're in a good spot to get a score here. Good deflection. Gives Blair the chance to get that catch. Come on, let's get another release for our striker, because I think Pollock buries it if we do. Holding's tired, but Hayes Green on a yellow card. We got to get our yellow cards out of there. I can't risk our guys getting suspensions and other issues. Come on, let's release Pollock one time. Just one time, just to prove just to show Richie, hey, Richie, this is how you do this. I think we sub Rowe out. He's a little bit tired. We'll bring Vickers in here, give him a chance. Come on, one release for Pollock. One. Harrington with a throw in. There's Salisbury. Across. There's Pollock. He's not in a position to be able to turn around, unfortunately. Cooper over to Vickers. Vickers tries to get it up to somebody. Big deflection there. Oh, come on. And here they come. Come on. Come on. Get something here. Get it back. Get it back. Get it back. Don't let them just get... Don't just let him run all the way up there. We're going to go attacking. We're at home. We got to go out and get this. Oh, they're playing a flat back 7. Okay. Fun. Their center back's pretty tired, though. He's like exhausted right now. Just need one release from Pollock. I think he can get past the center back. We get him in a good spot. He's gonna get past the center back. Just one. Come on. Here's Harrington with the throw in. Salisbury with the ball back to Harrington. Harrington over to Cooper. Cooper to Harrington. Harrington pushes the ball up a little bit. He's going to get past his man at least. Turns around, gets it over to Vickers. Vickers gets the ball up. There's Richie. He's got Pollock in the middle. Pollock. Don't give that. Oh, how's Richie offsides there? Where? There's Vickers, gets it up to Pollock. Pollock up to Salisbury. Salisbury, just a heavy touch. It's terrible. Collins gets it back over to Salisbury. We're still bouncing it around. It's all over the place. Pollock down to Cooper. Cooper, don't give it up. Gets it over. Just does something stupid and nothing happens. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're playing well. Don't get me wrong. They're very hard defense to crack here. And we're just going to give Gordon a chance to score a goal here. Don't think we deserve the draw there. I mean, I think we deserve to win. Even though I get that they had a little bit higher XG, but like right here, I mean, we are so good. We just tapered off, and all those missed opportunities from Richie. Richie really cost us that game, in my opinion. He had a lot of good opportunities that just couldn't do anything with it. Very, very unfortunate to give up that draw. Yeah, that kind of bums me out. I mean, we're still in first. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's fine. Although there is a game in hand for Colchester still. Now they could pass us up if they get something there. Feels like, I don't know. It's fine. It's just when you see those chances like just fall right in front of the player. I mean, that may be the last time we ever try Richie as a go striker. He's played so well on that left wing. Just completely flubbed. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be costing him too much or being too aggressive against him in this because, I mean, it was a very tough defense to get through. 7 across the back is really, really hard. And apparently 7 across the back is the formation of like the higher leagues right now in FM. Goodness, I don't know. I'm just bummed out about that. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys can't tell, very bummed out about that. Still doing good. Still doing better than the preview says. I have not really been paying attention to this preview that much because with the team, we've been in here a couple seasons, And with the team we put together, I personally think we should be up here. But maybe our team's just still not quite there. Who knows? All right. Well, the next game you guys are going to see is going to be down here somewhere in October. Maybe we come back for the cup game. Maybe something around it. Maybe one of each, something like that. We'll see. But hopefully we can get the team back in a good groove again and see where that takes us. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.